future me coming in to say, if you tuned into my Vlogmas, then you would probably know a lot of the things that you're about to see. I think I may have added like a few different clips that are in there, but for the most part, that's it. But you can at least see it in like order now. I have some super incredible, exciting news to talk about. I'm testing for a new designer who I have been just watching from the outside like, ooh, ah, I mean, she is just up there in the fashion sense, guys. Y'all know who I'm talking about. Vanessa Vanreyknits. Oh my gosh. I just love her. Love everything about her. I've never even met her. I hope one day to meet her, but she just has a joy about her that I just love. I love her drawings, like her inspo drawings. I love her family that she shares all the time. Oh, she's beautiful. She's absolutely beautiful. She's an aesthetic for sure. I want to be, but I'm just not that. I'm like one of those creative chaos types. Anyway, so November 18th, she had posted something about like, you know, making sure you're on her newsletter or whatever to be a tester or to see like the tester call coming up. And she's been showing sneak peeks of this design. And so November 18th, I messaged her as a reply on a story on Instagram, like, how do I sign up to be a tester? She responded with a link, and I immediately filled out that form. Come November 20th, she was like, hey, do you want to test my 7 Wonders Shrug? How can I say no? I only saw the sneak peeks. I wasn't really sure quite what was going on. Initially, I thought it was like a shawl. Why am I so touchy on my face? Anyway, today is November 27th, in case you're wondering for reference sake here. People have already been, like the other testers have already been flying through this. So I just know this is going to be a quick make. It doesn't take much yardage. She made hers with Clinton Hill cashmere, which is also a dream. One day I would love to use that yarn, especially for like a sweater. Excuse me. Oh my goodness. I would love that so much. I have also been watching that from afar. That is so not in the budget for me, even with a 10% discount. Not pulling that one off, especially when I have so much in my stash that is wonderful to use. Her process to doing the whole testing thing, let me tell you, also puts her as top-notch level designer here. Okay, it is legitimately like a whole nother newsletter form thing that she goes through. So like telling you that you've made it, and like all the links to all the things are like in the little bubbles, just like newsletters would be if you're going to buy something. Or so it'll be like, you know, this is the link to go get the pattern, this is the link to go, you know, get the yarn. You like all the details. And she utilizes like all the things too, like Google Sheets, Google Drive, all the things. She is hosting the test on Facebook, which I'm not that active on Facebook, but this actually gets me excited to go on there and watch. It is a lot easier to like do tests on Facebook and like share pictures, reference information and posts from before. I do find it a lot easier. And then obviously it's nice with Google Drive for her to put like the most up-to-date maybe corrections that need to be made. I don't think anything has been done as far as that goes yet. Even so, her pattern is probably pristine. I am going to be making a size 2. I'm a 36 bust. I have to reference back to see again about what the finished bust size is, but I know I remember responding saying that I'm going to be making the size 2. based off of the ease that she is suggesting, which is 2 to 6 inches of positive ease, I think. But there are different areas that are going to have, I think, like around across the back part, it's going to be like no ease on certain areas, you know, and, but yeah, it is properly a shrug, but it kind of is like basically a shawl turn shrug, I feel like. Like from the back, it looks like a shawl. So in those newsletters from the initial testing start, she had suggested using Haiku, however you pronounce that brand, a different like blend that they carry than this of what I'm using. She said that it's very similar to Clinton Hill and the way that it lays. But it reminded me that I have these 2 skeins sitting in my stash waiting for the perfect project. So this is 55% cotton, 16% bamboo, 21% elastic nylon, and 8% silk. I sure hope that elastic nylon is not going to give me grief during the swatching. I've never made anything of hers, so it's going to be interesting to see, like, figure out how I compare intention-wise for her. I know that there have been other testers that are struggling with getting gauge using different yarns. So yeah, since I'm not using the suggested yarn, I'm sure that'll play a role. There is 177 yards in each one of these. I actually probably better weigh my yarn before. She did put certain stipulations, and that was one of them, to weigh your yarn before. So I'll bust my scale out for that. But I think Clinton Hill has like 90 something, almost 100 yards per skein, which is like, so I was kind of wanting to use as much of this as possible, but I'm going based off, I chose my size based off of, you know, what she had suggested. So I'm not, I don't think I'll be playing yarn chicken by any means, especially getting gauge, because I have more than I need. Let me go back and look at that and come back and say. Okay, I went and looked. I would need 200, she has, as an estimate, 262 yards for size 2, which is a finished chest circumference of 32 inches. And I meant 2 to 6 inches of negative ease, not positive ease. And then, yeah, across the back, it's going to be like 0 ease or a little positive ease. And Clinton Hill Cashmere has like 99 yards. So yeah, I have like 354 yards. I'm set. So I just wound the yarn, which is why I'm starting this video, and I'm gonna just now start on swatching because I have finished my own design. I have made a couple other things that I wanted to do as gifts, and so now I'm gonna treat myself to this. I was gonna meet up with some yarnies tomorrow, excuse me, but I don't think that it's gonna happen. So, I mean, it might, but I don't think it's gonna happen because unless my husband is able to, this late at night, find a place to get my tire repaired. Anyway, so I was thinking that if I swatched and I got gauge, then I would be able to take this as a project with me to that, with hopes that it is okay to be like a social knit. I think I could figure it out. I would just need to make sure I have my notes prepared to be able to like provide notes if need be during the making process. But I mean, it looks amazing. I'm guessing I'm not gonna have very many issues. Did I just jinx myself? Let's hope not. It has been a long time since I've been able to hit the large sizes of my Chow Goo. She calls for a 5.5 millimeter and a 10 millimeter. Look at that giant baby. These dried overnight, and it is surprising how quickly this fabric dries, but it does seem that I have gauged with her on the stockinette, but the ribbing needs some work, and I'm very confused because the length is just so far off, and the stitches seem to be on. I mean, when I spread them apart while they were drying, it wasn't, but I mean, it looks like her fabric too. I don't know. I think this is the dilemma that other testers have been in as far as finding gauge. Been at a standstill with this project. I cannot for the life of me get the height gauge on this. And I did notice that some of the other testers, their yarns look way more plump. So I tried this. This is said to be an Aran weight. It's Barifa, or I don't know how you pronounce it. Merino's Auto. That sticker is right in the way of it. But I still can't get height with this. So I have this worsted also in my stash, but I am not a huge fan of alpaca, and it still looks to be light, like a lighter worsted. I think this is like my heaviest one right now. I probably can browse my stash some more, but I want to make sure, I don't know. It doesn't require much yardage, so I guess I'll look some more. I was going to avoid doing acrylic, but at this point it seems more plump. Is it gonna, like, I just don't want to wind this into a cake and then not be able to use it like that gloriousness. This whole swatching thing has really done a number on my joy for this project. I'm thinking though I ought to stick to this orangey colored one, which is kind of cool. It has like cool neps. I love tweed. So I'm waiting for that to dry, and I guess I'm going to do the stockinette swatch, and I'm just going to do it. I'm not reaching the height, but I'm just going to go for it, and we'll see how the results change when I make it. I mean, I guess it's a fairly quick knit, and we'll see what happens. I've posted in the group, but I don't know if there's really any kind of resolutions. There's some people that are using a US 17, which I don't even own that large of needles. And that's going to affect my stitch gauge, which also we're realizing I could be having issues because it needs the weight from the stockinette and like the attachment to that to really get an idea. That's why I'm thinking I just want to get the project started on the needles. I didn't think agreeing to this test was going to be this involved for me. Yeah, also I forgot to mention, like, we had another update newsletter thing come out, which those excite me. I will say that. And people have already finished. Like, I want to be there too, which is what has me rushed now. I went ahead and cast on. I'm thinking I'm going to go with the suggested needle sizes. Right now, it seems like I'm getting gauge with this, and I had got gauge with her on the other yarn with the stockinette, and when I checked the dried swatches of the ribbing on this, it looks like I can use the same one as hers. It's just not with the stretched ribbing. So I feel like if it's not going to be stretched as much that way, that it might give it more to stretch taller. So it did seem like I'm getting the 11 stitches, but I'm getting 13 rows, and I gotta get 9. So we're just gonna go with it and see. I feel like it's such a quick make that if it didn't work, I'll do it again. I was just figuring, well, I might as well go ahead and wind this and finish the test knit that I'm doing and hope that everything works out on that one. I just took a few measurements. It's still quite damp. It's not fully dried, but I definitely should have pinned it out already. So I'm gonna get some blocking mats out again and probably get the steamer out and start pinning it to the dimension. I really don't think there's anything I can do to save this. I'm either stretching and not getting the stitches to get the length, which is difficult to get there in the first place, or I don't know what to do. I guess I'm gonna have to go on a hunt for bigger needles, but I almost wish I would have went while I was in Dallas today to a local yarn shop that I think has some. Might just order online, but I think I'm gonna have to rip back the ribbing section for sure. I have realized there is no saving my test knit. I wish while I was in town that I would have like taken the special trip to a local yarn shop that I know has some in stock for needle size up, because when I searched online there isn't anything that I could get real quick, and I feel like shipping anything in these days is a gamble. So I have like, you know, for I think it's due the 18th. So I have time, and it only took me, what, like basically 2 days to make the whole thing. And I really only need to redo the ribbing. But yeah, so I don't know. I can't get the length of the stitch to match up, which is annoying. Okay, I had to order this from Amazon because, hello, it's like the fastest thing that could get to me, and my test knit needs some help. I got some US 17 needles, and these are the Licca ones, and I already have like a Licca collection, so I thought that I could supplement it, but then I realized I have the green ones. These are like driftwood, which is fine. I have crochet in driftwood, but I know that I like the slide of the wood, and I know I have the cords, so we're gonna make it work. Try this again on the ribbing. This is the set that I have, and the cords are black, so it's not a big deal. But that's what I'm talking about, like the green one. They are beautiful, but so are these. But right now I'm just working on the test knit to try to get caught up on that. I do think that things are working out a lot better with these needles. It is so wild. I have never, ever, ever got to knit with this large of a gauge. But I got my face on, so we're getting ready to go have some lunch. It's already nearly 5:30 p.m. Look how dark it is. I have like one lone little lamp on. So I was going to say I've split for sleeps, but you know, but I have already reached the moment where I just have to knit to length and I'm done. I'm telling you, this is a quick knit. Sure if I ever talked about the needles and how I like Lickas because of the glide on them. I mean, nothing is going to be like the Chow Goose, mostly because I like the tip of the Chow Goose. But with something this chunky, it really wasn't too terrible to work with the points on that. But yeah. I don't know when I'll use this size again, but I have them now. As you can see, I put on a little dress and put on my test knit. Already got fuzzes. What did I get myself red on? I decided it's nice out outside and before the sun goes down, y'all just be, I know this stresses some people out to have to put makeup on this aggressively, but I just want to get the task done. I don't even feel like doing it. Like, I didn't even put makeup on for the day. I'm wondering if my female symptoms are hitting because I feel so bluff about everything. Anyway, it needs to be done. I need to submit the notes. I want to share this as like a picture today too. And I am really excited that it's complete. So we're just going to put on a bit of makeup, walk out into the field, and get what pictures we can get. maybe I will try and set up my tablet or something in a way that you can kind of see a little bit behind the scenes of me snapping like a few pictures or something, because I don't always show that part of it. It's definitely getting to be a sunset right now, so I feel like it's perfect. I have to go walk across that whole field all the way to the back because I feel like there might be some good like orange glow, or even right here, there's like on the opposite side of this, there's like some white, like pretty things sticking out. I might have to take my boots off. Guys, this is a look. What? Well, let me show you. I'm in this nice dress, right? I also got my tablet so I can get some B-roll for you so you can see a little bit of what it's like, but I don't know how that's gonna go because the tablet is, and then I have my tripod for my phone. That's my Instagram boyfriend, you know what I'm saying. But yeah, so I don't know how I'm gonna like hang the tablet up, so you might get some ground footage, which might be a little weird. It's fine, we'll figure it out. This is the look that I'm talking about. My Christmas socks, my kitty work boots, sideways look here, but I think it might be a little bit too much sun glaring right now there for the best picture, which is why I'm thinking I need to go to that dilapidated area down there. It won't focus. Anyway, I also really like that tree right there, but that's getting a lot of sun. So I don't know. I just feel like taking a big field photo might give a really good fashion to it. But look at this ground, like the moles and stuff here do that. And then there's also like crawdads when it rains and stuff. So my lanyard is swinging around. So that's why I gotta wear this, and the grass gets high on different parts. And I'm not active enough, so I got some heavy breathing. I'll let you go. That's like heavy sun on, so it is adjusting the colors, but it's a nice little after, you know, evening glow. It's a nice little evening glow, so we'll take it, especially since I'm wearing orange. It just heightens that. I was considering, like, when I walked through here, all of this would be cool to lay on, but if I did that, that would have to be my last photo, or like sit on and do an upward angled photo. I don't know if I'm gonna risk it. That always is like a lot of get up and check my clicks each time to see if I'm in frame. Anyways, I walked over this way, and this has like a nice little cubby here, and I feel like it has, you know, Christmassy vibes being juniper, so I think I might try to snap a few photos here. Commercial on that one. I felt like it feels good with it hanging off. Maybe because I'm hot, but maybe if I do like I was thinking like an over the shoulder thing on one, especially
because my hair covers my back and I couldn't zip my dress all the way up. Just a holding it type thing with the greenery. Kind of do the counts in my head, but I don't always. Sometimes I can see the flashing. That's an interesting photo. Sometimes I can see the flashing, and sometimes I do the count and I give myself a little bit extra. I think that's it for there. I'm not feeling it so much, so I don't stick around with it. This is what I'm saying. It's interesting, but it might be a nice teaser. I was walking over here. This might be cool. Because this used to be like a little marshy area, and I thought maybe it'd be a cool backdrop, but it looks a little, it's not easy to walk down to now, and it doesn't look appealing. It looks like alligators could be in there, but this background down here might be cool, so I might try to get some more closer up detailed shots with this pretty fuzziness. So let's see what we can do. The angles and lighting look a little bit weird, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to get it. Also, I seem to have came with low battery, so we'll see whether I can do anything here. I might need to be closer. I don't freaking know. Especially with the backlight there. Oh, that's not too bad actually, guys. The lighting's not bad. I feel like my shoe's in it, so maybe a little bit closer. And I kind of like the sun in it there. And this is the thing, it gets tricky. My hair, like there's no way I'm gonna be like a good placement like I was there. My hands were weird. It's kind of cute. Sun's not in it. Maybe I'll just do like a model-esque pose. Ooh, there's critters. You just like leave a little gap in your lip. That's my thing. Maybe I don't need crisscross arms. I kind of like the lighting actually. I need to take some laughy photos too. Ooh, I don't like that. That's definitely going to be a delete. The crisscross arms isn't so bad, but I do feel like I need like a forward photo. Maybe just like a detailed upper shot. So a little bit closer. A fake smile in it. Maybe I got it myself cornered a little bit. Oh, that's not too bad. The fake smile did really well. Okay, we'll call that good. I don't take a lot, so if I'm not feeling the vibe, I don't stick around. Oh, I just whacked myself. I don't stick around. I get what I get, and yeah, I have to inch the tripod a little bit with the terrain, but I don't even know if you got any footage there to see. feel like I gotta take a picture with that farm equipment in my boots and the whole fashion sense. I mean, what is the word that I'm thinking of that they always say with fashion when things just don't match up? But it is a thing. Like, you can make it a look. All right, the sun is seriously disappearing and I got a good few pictures and that's all I really go for. I hadn't even taken any reel. Maybe I need a video clip, but I think I'm gonna take one low down with these cuties and that probably be a wrap. Minus just taking a twirl in this because that's Vanessa's thing. I literally have 10% battery life, so that's a wrap. I couldn't resist. I had to take one. How is it? The video is so much different, like with the glow here. It just matches the sweater so freaking good. And I'm getting shipments from Amazon at the same time. Boy, those people would be working the holidays right now. My hair also looks way better on video like this than it does in the pictures and what I'm doing. How are there berries right now? Like, all the pokeberries were dead over there where I took pictures. Anyway, I'm done. I'm also tired of this, but the sunset looks freaking magical. 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 I got to my charger, guys. Fine, but I pulled these suckers off and look, I freaking took so much grass with me. I am really glad that I pushed through yesterday and went ahead and got photos because the sunset tonight is not near as grand. I mean, it's okay. There is a nice orange purpley hue to it, but today I feel like has been quite overcast, and that does kind of give like good photo content or even lighting, but I really like what I got yesterday. I feel like there were moments I also wanted to add about how much more amazing Vanessa is. She went through some trials during this, and I didn't feel like she let it stop any of the joy or the progress for everybody involved. And it was a really pleasant experience. And yeah, I think it'd be awesome if you went and supported her and also enjoyed the journey of making this. And yeah, thanks for watching.